Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Dilla T. And this is No Filters. Always appreciate you hitting that like button, family, when you come in. Subscribing to the channel so you don't miss an episode. And sharing this with the world. And of course, family, when you come in, get comfortable. Get you something to eat. Get you something to drink. Get you something to smoke if that's what you do. Because you see the title, family. Elon Musk using his whole platform to expose Trump. Let's get into this here.
Salute. So it's on, man. It's an all-out, absolute war between Elon.
Trees Wilcox in the building. What's up, family? We hitting that like button, subscribing. We in here.
For the last month.
Marshmallow in the building. What's up, family? I see you.
And basically, to Elon Musk and Donald J. Trump, as these two for the last month have been at absolute battle. And basically, today, Elon Musk has come out in the aftermath of everything and basically challenged Donald Trump's position as president of the United States of America by saying, how can people be expected to have faith in Donald J. Trump, the president of the United States, if he won't release the Epstein files? Now,
okay, hold up, fam. Hold up. Let's get right. Let's get right, man. Hit that like button, family. Subscribe. We about to cook, fam. Because, see, Elon ain't scared. Man got the money, the power, and the fame at this point. You understand? So he just said he finna use all his powers to attack and expose Trump. Now, think about that for a minute. This is Elon Musk. You know what he own? Tesla. You know what he be working with? Robots. Huh? Now you ain't heard me. This man work with robots. He building cars, electric. He building robots. He building robot dogs. He building robot everything. You understand me? So if you got him coming after you, fam, the robots coming too. Oh, it's about to get out of hand. Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. I can't believe this. This Elon. Let's go. He ain't scared. See, this you got to understand. See, everybody got something to say about Trump, but it's a lot of people that's in power that got the money, the power, the fame, that's on a high level. They got trillions. Because what I say, you got the millions, you got the billions, you got the trillions, then you got the zillionaires. Then you got cajillionaires. Elon is a trillionaire. You understand? That's a different language. Oh, let's keep it going, fam.
Team has released and basically challenged have been at let me know if y'all can hear me. Press 1. All right, y'all can hear me? All right, man. Salute. So it's on, man. It's an all-out, absolute war between Elon Musk and Donald J. Trump, as these two for the last month have been at absolute battle. And basically, today, Elon Musk has come out in the aftermath of everything and basically challenged Donald Trump's position as president of the United States of America by saying, how can people be expected to have faith in Donald J. Trump, the president of the United States, if he won't release the Epstein files? Now,
right.
There's been a lot of information that's been released. Trump's team has released information saying that it's confirmed that Jeffrey Epstein took himself out, and that they released a videotape, but the videotape doesn't seem to be right with a lot of people. It doesn't seem to be the right tape. A lot of people have questions about that videotape that was put out by the DOJ and the FBI on Epstein. Also, you have this report today shot from to Gen Just Law. Salute to them for this report. As you guys see right here on your screen.
Look on the screen, fam.
It says the Epstein files, the timeline that fuels speculation. Now, back in August 15th, 2019, WAPO reports that Epstein's neck fractures were more consistent with a homicide by strangulation than a unaliving of himself. On August 28, 2019, both cameras outside of his cell reportedly had malfunctioned. January 6, 2020, Dr. Michael Batten, hired by Jeffrey Epstein's brother, says that the noose did not match the wounds on his neck. And also, they're saying that this second autopsy raised the stakes on whether or not it
could cost you up to
Oh man, wait
to
a
fix
minute, wait a
up to
minute.
$10,000
It's getting real.
Up to $2,500.
unaliving.
Oh, we gonna bring that back. Hold up, man. We hitting that like button. We subscribing, fam. We about to cook in here. Trump finna get cooked. Elon, boy, making some noise. They done dropped the list of the situation showing how Epstein had killed himself, and they talking about there was a lie. Somebody came in there and on a live thing, bop, 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 bop. Or put the strangle on him, tied him. Let's start it over for the people in the back that don't get what's going on. Wolfman 2000 in here. You already know FAM in the building. Let's get right. Pay attention to the screen.
Unaliving of himself. On August 28, 2019, both cameras outside of his cell reportedly had malfunctioned. January 6, 2020, Dr. Michael Batten, hired by Jeffrey Epstein's brother, says that the noose did not match the wounds on his neck. And also,
Pappy's pad in the building. What's up, Pappy?
Raised the stakes on whether or not it was unaliving or, somebody who took this guy's life. And there's been various reports over the years that show or that speak about the inconsistency of how Jeffrey Epstein was found, the actual positions he was found in, and what actually happened. And now today, as Elon Musk has challenged Donald J. Trump, and basically I've already told you guys I think Elon Musk is full of it too, because Elon Musk was backing Donald Trump until money got involved.
Right, let's get right now.
Got involved, now all of a sudden.
You heard with Dilla T, and this is no filters. We hitting that like button. We subscribing, family. We about to cook, fam. We don't trust Elon either. He was just rolling with Trump. So now you know what's funny, fam? He rolling with Trump the whole campaign. He done about funded the campaign as well, right? He rolling with him, rocking, rolling with him. And then all of a sudden, Elon at the inauguration, standing up like he faded. Elon at the inauguration doing all this, fam, like he faded. So clearly he got something else going on. Then you find out this man walking around with the case full of drugs, full of this and that, just like the Diddy. Man walking around with the X pills, with the this, with the that, and he telling people like, yeah, I walk around with it, fam. That's how we move, and I got the case of it. What? That's who owned the campaign with Trump? Man has a falcon. You understand me? And you telling me this all right? So now he flipped. He like, I don't even rock with you, Trump, because Trump like dirty. You doing too much. You out here, you high as a falcon. We at the inauguration. You in front of the world. You swimming in the air. You can't breathe. You all in the clouds. You know what I'm saying? They got like dirty. Hold up. You got to calm down. You can't be in here like that. He's steady doing it. They kick him out the White House, fam. They kick Elon out the White House, right? Now he like, oh, that's what we doing? I put all the money up. I put that bag up. I campaigned your whole campaign, Trump. And now y'all gonna kick me out the White House? That's what we doing? Then all of a sudden he like, oh, I'm finna go tell everybody what you told me when we was getting faded at the mansion that other day. Oh yeah, I'm finna tell the world that. See, that's what Elon's saying. I'm finna tell the world what you told me, Trump, when we was getting high as a falcon, or we was turning up in the mansion, chilling with the He finna expose this man. And it ain't just no Epstein file, fam. He about to expose Trump on the good day or the fade him day or them days when they was getting big drunk, groping girls, groping chicks. He finna tell it all. Listen to him. Let's go.
In the files, he won't release the files because he's by the DOJ and the FBI on Epstein. Also, you have this report today shot from to Gen Just Law. Salute to them for this report. As you guys see right here on your screen, it says the Epstein files, the timeline that fueled speculation. Now, back in August 15th,
Tracy in the building, Nick in the building, Tay D in the building, Justin in the building, Israel in the building. What's up, family? Tracy in the building, D.O.D. in the building, Lily. We hitting that like button, family. We subscribing, we cooking.
A unaliving of himself. On August 28, 2019, both cameras outside of his cell reportedly had malfunctioned.
Hold up, dog. We gonna break this down. You heard what he just said? Did you just hear what he said? That man just said 2 cameras outside that man's jail cell just all of a sudden malfunction. They say the struggle of whatever happened to his neck didn't even match them saying he hung himself. Oh, this is crazy work, fam. Let's go.
February 6, 2020, Dr. Michael Baden, hired by Jeffrey Epstein's brother, says that the noose did not match the wounds on his neck. And also, they're saying that this second autopsy raised the stakes on whether or not it was unaliving or, somebody who took this guy's life. And there's been various reports over the years that show or that speak about the inconsistency of how Jeffrey Epstein was found, the actual positions he was found in, and what actually happened.
Wow.
And now today, Elon Musk has challenged Donald J. Trump. And basically, I've already told you guys, I think Elon Musk is full of it too, because Elon Musk was backing Donald Trump until money got involved. And when money got involved, now all of a sudden Donald Trump's in the files. He won't release the files because he's in them. All these other things. If this is how you felt about Donald Trump, if you felt like he was a low person, or if he wasn't about anything, Elon, what does that say about you, that you was willing to back him, put your money behind him and everything?
Right.
It shows that either you have no morals yourself, and you was all about greed and all about your own personal business interest and money interest, or that you just are, you just ain't a good person, man.
Hold up, dog. Hold up. We got some action in the chat. Hold up. We got action in the chat. Shout out to Nick in the building. Tracy Son in the building. Nick in the building. Tracy say, what's your name? It's your boy Dilla T. And this is No Filters. Let's get right. Malik said, I think now people are starting to find out what the world is really about. Checkmate. That's real, family. The only ones, what's up with you? William Campbell says, they been said he had fingerprints around his neck back then. Late news. Hold up, William. Watch your mouth, fam. This for fam right here. See, a lot of people don't know this news. You might know that news, but everybody here at No Filters might not know that news. So we need to get right and understand that we informing. We let people know to be aware, and we giving the information out in the community. So what's going on? So let's make sure we understand, fam. If Elon was with Trump on that janky-ish, and then all of a sudden he want to flip, now he acting like he don't know what's going on. See, that's what I be saying, fam. Y'all be so easy to let people back in the community. That man was just with the same man that we accusing of sitting there on a file, on a list that was playing with babies, girls. So he don't get no pass either. You understand me, dog? He can act like he got every robot everywhere. He want to go to Mars. He want to go to Uranus. He want to go to Saturn. He want to go to his own planet. But what he don't understand, he can't run away from nothing, fam, because you was chilling with Trump. But you know the worst case? What if Elon want to run for president? Oh, come on in, fam. Get your popcorn ready, boy. If Elon is trying to make a move to run for president, you understand what's finna happen with your life? You understand what's finna happen with your kids' life? This man is the leading person of AI, robots, and a new world. You better get yourself together. Because you think the world's still going to stay the same. But let me tell you something about the changes that we looking at right in our face. Because if it walk like a duck and it quack like a duck, you know it's a duck. And this fool want to change the world into iRobot movie. You ever seen iRobot with that man wheels? I wait. What? Let me explain something to you. When you got money like Elon, you can be whatever you want to be. Don't come in here and tell me what he can't do. Because if the money is that, he going to be that. And then what's going to happen? He's going to advance the world in a technology position of robots. This is, just hypothetically speaking, this is an Elon Musk presidency. He is literally right now creating a political party right now as we sit here and cook on. And you over there playing prize picks while your kids' future on the line. You gonna be dead, but your kids got to deal with this. You better start talking, stupid. Who's Cindy talking to? Get right, fam, in here. Let's go.
Elon Musk is a good person. Period. I don't trust none of them. I keep telling y'all this. But Elon says, how can people expect to be having faith in Trump if he won't even release the Epstein files? Now, Pam Bonnie's out here getting absolutely destroyed because everybody's saying that she lied. They're saying she lied on Fox News when she went over there talking about that she had the files on her desk. And now Donald Trump is getting upset at the Epstein talk. He was asked about it again today, and he went off the rails. He was upset.
All the war in the building was good, fam. You already know.
And the people he put in certain positions who were the ones that was asking about it. But they spoke about this today on the news, and I'll let you guys hear what they had to say, and we'll get into it.
Let's go.
How can people be expected to have faith in Trump if he won't release the Epstein files? That post by Elon Musk this afternoon gets at a serious question, prompted by MAGA fans, among others, after the Justice Department asserted in a memo that convicted sex offender and multimillionaire Jeffrey Epstein did not blackmail high-profile clients, was not murdered, he was found dead in his jail cell in 2019, and in fact had no clients list.
Can I liquidate my gold quickly?
That's real, fam. You hear that? See, that's what I'm talking about here at No Filters, dog.
Despite the fact that the very...
Let's get right here at No Filters. Beyond Watch program says, we just don't want the list. Now we want who he worked with. We want the technology he used, how he used it. We want the metadata. We want all letters his grandma wrote to him when his Jeff's favorite color. You ain't lying, fam, I'm with you. We want to know it all. Because you the leader of the USA. We paying taxes we don't even supposed to be paying. And you talking about we tripping because we care? Let me tell you something. If you in here right now talking about you don't care because you ain't got no kids, do this. Bah! Because you care about your friend kids. Yeah, they was at the house on the list. Yeah, see your friend kids. That's who. Boy, you better shut up coming in here talking like you out of there. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. We about to cook whoever ain't in agreement. You better get in order here because we looking at World War III. We looking at a new presidency. You know what's funny, fam? This 2025, anything can happen. We don't get to say, oh, you know, he can't run for president. Or if that boy got enough money to buy the White House. I'm talking about literally, physically, financially, emotionally for them stupid people in there. What we talking about? You better start opening your eyes and seeing what's going on right now in your face to know what's coming, instead of you seeing this message on the TV talking about World War III coming, Elon Musk for presidency, he might win. All of a sudden, Trump is gone. What does this mean for 2026, 7, 8, 9? And now you scared. Yeah, you scared. Hit that like button, family. Subscribe. We cooking. Now you scared. And what you gonna tell your kids? Elon Musk become president. What you gonna tell your kids when a robot walking down the street? You gonna be scared. You better tap in, fam. FAM right now. My people in here right now. FAM right now. Fam right now. FAM right now. What you gonna do? You see a robot walking down the street, what you gonna do? Oh, because you ain't know that was coming, or you ain't believe it? Now the robot walking down the street, why? Because this man is running the world. And he bought the world. So don't sit in here and act like I'm tripping, because he used to work with Donald Trump. And how y'all know that Donald Trump and Elon ain't playing us? Ooh. How y'all know Elon and them ain't put that thing together and say, hey, fam, we gonna roll with you, and then we gonna let you slowly go, and then you gonna go against me, and then you gonna get the presidency and implement iRobots. I heard something called Stargate. Have you all heard something called Stargate? Tell me now, fam. Ooh, this hot water. This hot water. This hot water. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. What is Stargate? Talking about new technology, new medical field, faster learning, faster reading, faster everything. Stop playing with me, dog. That sound like robot life. Stop playing. But you think you playing Prize Picks? You over there in your phone. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't telling nobody nothing. You ain't telling your kids nothing. You ain't doing nothing. And the moment you see a robot walking down the street, you the one scared. And you supposed to be the one protecting you and your fam. Boy, you better go sit down somewhere.
Same administration officials.
Talking about it when it was his Republican Party and his
goofball
put in certain positions who were the ones that was asking about it. But they spoke about this today on the news, and I'll let you guys hear what they had to say, and we'll get into it.
Beyond Watcher program says Stargate is dangerous. Shout out to you, fam. Hit me with the pounds. Hit me with the pound, fam. Beyond Watcher program, hit me with the pound.
This afternoon, that's a serious question, prompted by MAGA fans, among others, after the Justice Department asserted in a memo that convicted sex offender and multimillionaire Jeffrey Epstein did not blackmail high-profile clients, was not murdered. He was found dead in his jail cell in 2019, and in fact had no clients list. Despite the fact that the very same administration officials are now asserting there is no there there, many of them were the ones spinning up the controversy before President Trump was reelected, and while they were in office. The Justice Department memo, obtained by Axios, also comes 1 month after the billionaire Tesla founder took to his platform X as his alliance with President Trump dissolved. Quote, time to drop the really big bomb. Trump is in the Epstein file.
Woo!
That's the real reason they have not been made public, unquote. Musk deleted that post 2 days later, but the new memo has Musk posting this meme, among others, progressively more clown makeup with the text, we will release the Epstein list, we just need more time. The Epstein list is
Howard G, that's real.
no Epstein list with full clown regalia. The desk part refers to a February clip. This is on my desk. A February clip.
Pickles in the
Fox,
building.
That was played of Pam Bondi. Take a listen.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump.
But here was Attorney General Bondi earlier today.
I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file, along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that.
Hot water, fam. Wait a minute. You bet. Did you just hear that? Oh no, fam. Put your get you something to drink right now. Get you something to drink right now. Get you something to drink. Everybody get y'all something to drink right now. Get your water, get your juice, get your liquor, get your right now. Did you just hear that? That woman just said, I got the file on the desk along with JFK, MLK. Is that not crazy work? And we letting it happen? We got to be getting in touch with somebody. We heard her saying she got the file on her desk along with JFK file and MLK file. Do you know who JFK is, boy? If you in here, you better know who JFK is. And if you in here, I know you know who MLK is. So how you got Epstein Island file, JFK shot in the head file, rolling down the street, MLK shot on the balcony file, bop, bop. Wow. And who are you that's got them files, fam? Oh, let's keep going.
Progressively more clown makeup with the text. We'll release the Epstein
Hit that like button, subscribe, family. We cooking.
Epstein list is on my desk. There is no Epstein list with full clown regalia. The desk part refers to a February clip. This is on my desk. A February clip from Fox that was played of Pam Bondi. Take a listen.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
The super
It's
chat,
sitting on my desk
super
right
chat
now.
available, fam. I appreciate you. Super chat.
President Trump.
But here was Attorney General Bondi earlier today.
Shout out Wolfman.
I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that.
Trump was asked about the memo today by a New York Post reporter, and he expressed indignation.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
Yeah. We still talking about him, dog. Yeah, we still talking about him. We want to know what really happened in his cell. We want to know what happened to the video. We want to know what happened to the list. We want to know why the list hasn't been released. Yeah, we still talking about that. We still talking about that. We're going to keep talking about that.
We gonna
We're
stay.
going to keep talking about that list until they show who's on that list. We
Right.
don't care who it is. We want.
Hey, you heard what he said? Fam just said, let's get right, let's get right. I need to know FAM. I need to know where fam is from and where you're from. I need to know where fam from in the building, roll call, and I need to know where you're from. Let's get right, let's get right, let's get right. Amber says, I never noticed it in the film of the car. The driver shot him and did Jackie. She's talking about JFK. That's real. Beyond Watcher program says that Pickles, Google space base Delta 1 and don't be afraid. Oh, we off in the Google space base Delta 1. Don't be afraid. Shout out to you, Beyond Watcher program. Salvador is in the building. Say we must keep talking about this, fam. We will. Here with Dilla T and no filters. Let's keep it going, family.
Who's on that list? It doesn't matter how high up it goes. We're going to keep talking about it until you guys stop playing games and release the list, dog. Release the list. Don't get frustrated now because people's asking.
There is a faster way to get
Is
hard
that
than
not
Viagra.
crazy when they
It's
talking about
called
that?
Sparks. Rose Sparks is a dual action
That's
treatment that works
crazy.
in only 50.
About the list that y'all was sitting around here, running around here, talking about should be released. Everybody you have in your cabinet right now, they were the ones running around here years ago saying, hey man, they need to release the Epstein list. They need to release because they thought Bill Clinton was in it. Right? So release the list. Release the list.
Let's get right. Let's get right. there are Democrats and Republicans on that list. You understand me? So you don't get to pick a side. You don't get to say who on there, who ain't. Democrats and Republicans on that list. You understand? High-powered people on this list. This ain't no little lokes on this list, no little mellers. You understand me? This is big, heavy level politic on the list. So as we watching this unfold, fam, the main thing that we have to understand here with Dealer and No Filters is that we have to bring awareness to what's going on, because this is your president. And if this ain't your president, this is your world. And if this is not your world, then this is your definite life. There is something in you that has to occur. See, no filters mean no feelings about what we discussing. That we have no feelings for whoever is moving and hurting the community. Why? Because you and me, we have kids that's in this community. And when we gone, our kids still got to be here. So when we speaking about who's in charge, who's going to be in charge, who's talking about a new political party to be in charge, somebody fighting to want to be more because of the person that's in charge now, is terrible. That's a real thing that you need to know that's real, because if God take you and me right now, your kids, and you better pray your family know what's going on, because if they don't, your kids have no guidance because you're gone. So I suggest you start opening your mouth to family in small sanctions and start to discuss what life looks like in the future right now. Oh, let me say that again for the people in the back. Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. We cooking. Don't be scared. But you need to start talking to your people about what's finna happen. Because to be honest, you know what's finna happen. It's happening right in our face. Whatever Stargate is, whatever Elon think he finna run for to be putting all these robots in the world, and the fact that Donald Trump is bombing places without checking with nobody, that's a World War III cook-up. You understand? That's a World War III cook-up, fam. And we're gonna expose it. We're gonna expose it.
We still talking about this guy? Yeah, we still talking about it. The same way we still talking about Diddy every day. We still talking about it. Trump didn't say that about Diddy when they asked him about pardon Diddy. He didn't say, man, we still talking about this guy. This guy's a creep.
Shout out to Praise the Lord, new sub in the building.
Now, we still talking about Jeffrey Epstein. We still talking about that list, dog. Because that late Pam Bondi said she had a list on her desk. Now, all of a sudden, she said, oh, I wasn't talking about that. That wasn't the list. I was saying, thing. We still talking about that list, dog. Because that late Pam Bondi said she had a list on her desk. Now, all of a sudden, she said, oh, I wasn't talking about that. That wasn't the list. I was saying, the file. This, that, and that. Okay, where the file at? Now y'all saying ain't no file. What happened?
That man that got in their head. Trump done made a call.
American people want to...
This ain't right, fam. American people in the building right now. All these people like it's a list. It's the worst list in the world. It's the sickest in the nation. And your president name on there. And then all of a sudden everybody quiet now? If that was you or me, they would bury us alive. So don't sit there and ask me why I care. Eugene Pruitt in the building. What's up, fam? Ain't seen you in a minute. We in here. Nicole Ellis, what's good with you, family? You know it. You understand me? They don't get no pass. They don't get to act like there ain't nothing really going on. No, don't want to hear that. Because if it was you or me, they could just say that happened and they wouldn't be doing all this extra talking. One person can come out and say, oh, they seen your name on something and it's on their desk and they about to expose you to the world. Right now. And that's it. You locked up, you gone forever. But because it's one of them or them, fam, we got to go through all this. Man, hit that like button, subscribe, man. We cooking. Ain't no way. Don't tell me we got to go through all this. Trump ain't nothing but a human. The FBI ain't nothing but humans. CIA ain't nothing but humans. The Department of Justice are nothing but humans. And think about this. If Elon was to become president, what do you not think is going to happen? You think the world going to stay the same if Elon Musk become president? What? And he on the way to do it. Think about this. You never thought Trump would become president. Be honest with me right now. You never thought Trump would be president, did you? No, I know what you're saying. I see you, fam. I'm looking at you. I see where you're sitting on the couch, in the bed, at the crib, where you at. I see you. I see your face, fam. You thought Trump wouldn't even pull it up. Michelle said, I did. I know it. I know it, Michelle. I know it, Michelle. And she voted for him. And that ain't your fault. You was in your mind wanting America to be great again. But you never thought Trump would really get the presidency. Why? Because he was on Apprentice. The man is a celebrity. He is not a politician. Don't sit in here and act like he normal. So if they just put a celebrity in the Oval Office in the USA, don't tell me they can't put Elon Musk in there, fam. Hit that like button, subscribe right now. Is you crazy? You must be crazy if you ain't liked and subscribed by now. We cooking. What? If Trump can be president, why not Elon Musk? Goofies.
We don't care who's on the list. It's hard because we want to see who's on the list. Period.
Super chat available, fam. Support. Super chat is love.
Y'all had extensive investigations.
Barry in the building, Diane White in the building, Shadow Band in the building, Pickles in there. What's up, Eugene?
He had an autopsy. Now let's get to that part. And I actually have the actual picture. I can't even put it on here. The actual photo. I can't even put it on YouTube.
Man had an autopsy.
Right?
Man had an autopsy.
Multiple photos came out.
Ooh,
I hope y'all understand this now.
Ooh-wee.
Right?
That's crazy work, fam.
Let's come on now. Let's keep going.
That's crazy work, fam.
Jeffrey Epstein, this guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable.
Mr. President, the reason people are talking about this guy is because people serving in the highest levels of your administration have been talking about this guy for years.
If you're a man over 30 who makes
wow, that's how they feel about the situation, fam. That's crazy work right there. Let's go.
Talking about how the Epstein list.
Sealed those investigations. We never got to see it because Jeffrey Epstein never made the trial. He had an autopsy.
Shout out Nicole Ellis in the building.
That part. And I actually have the actual picture. I can't even put it on here.
Dennis in the building. Tammy Baldwin in the building. Mona Thompson in the building. Fam, why you be? We heard. We hitting that like button. We subscribing. We cooking.
Multiple photos came out. I hope y'all understand this now.
Super chat family, y'all see we're dropping something for me. I appreciate y'all. Love you. I appreciate you.
Come on
family.
now. Let's keep going.
Jeffrey Epstein, this guy's been talked about for years.
That's Trump talking.
You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable.
Mr. President, the reason people are talking about this guy is because people serving in the highest levels of your administration have been talking about this guy.
Shout out to family in here. Tammy Baldwin says everything's going to be exposed. That's real. Mona Thompson says, I love it here. What's the cash out? Cash out pin at the top, family, is money sign. No Filters, NOFEELTERS is real. I appreciate your super chat. Is all that. You hear what's going on. This is Trump talking. Get your ears open. Get your drink. Get your food. Get your weed. Get your smoke. Let's go.
Years. And talking about how the Epstein list needs to be released. Here's Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance in October 2024.
Everybody in politics has a vice that's much worse than alcoholism, is the way that I put it. But we
Release the list.
seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
So they all saying that it was a list. This is before they even got in the office with Trump. They all saying, yeah, man, we need to release that list, man. Now he said ain't no list. Everybody like, oh yeah, it ain't no list, man. What you mean?
What?
Ain't no list. I want y'all to peep all of this. Peep all these people that's willing to come out here.
Let's go back again for the people in the back.
Talk about all these other, yeah. Right? Let's come on now. Let's keep going.
Jeffrey Epstein, this guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable.
President, the reason people are talking about this guy is because people serving in the highest levels of your administration have been talking about this guy for years. And talking about how the Epstein list needs to be released. Here's Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance in October 2024.
Everybody in politics has a vice that's much worse than alcoholism, is the way that I put it. But we
Release the list.
seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
That's the vice president.
They all saying
That's the vice president.
This is before they even got in the office with
That's the
Trump.
vice
They all
president.
saying, yeah, man, we need to release that list, man. Now he said ain't no list. Everybody like, oh yeah, it ain't no list, man. What you mean? What you mean it ain't no list?
So how ain't nobody got nothing to say about that?
I want y'all to peep all of this. Peep all these people.
How ain't nobody got nothing to say about
willing
that?
to come out here, talk about Diddy, talk about Jay-Z, talk about all these other brothers like I am, but ain't willing to talk about this.
Oh,
They ain't gonna put their feet in this one.
oh, let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. You here with Dilla T, and this is No Filters. We ain't picking and choosing who we talking about over here. You understand me? If you fall in line with the pedos, if you fell in line with anybody that had something to do with Diddy and everything that came about with Diddy and everything after Diddy and every charge of Diddy, if you are one of them people that's charged with that, we gonna cook you. Don't sit up in here and think we ain't finna about to cook yourself. You don't come in here thinking that we just gonna cook Diddy for weeks, for months, and we ain't finna cook Trump. No, see, you can't be picking sides like that, fam. This ain't that. Because whether you black or white, green, yellow, orange, red, blue, purple, we cooking you if you ain't right. And I'm at that tone. Because you know what's sad? You can talk to a person, but talking at them and then talking to them is two different things. But some people just don't get what you just said. Because you know how I'm talking right now? And I'm like, yeah, you know, this ain't right. They need to release the files. Understand what I'm saying? Don't you agree? Cool. Other people, you need to put a little tone on it for them to understand what's really going on. Because somebody's daughters was passed around like a joint. So don't come in here asking about why we care about the files. Stupid. Because that was that your daughter? Was that your little cousin? Was that your niece? Was that your little sister? Don't sit in here and act like it don't matter. It matter more than you think, stupid. The nerve of you. Sick. You don't care? Get up out of here, you don't care. I could never be around you. And it's your president, stupid. And you just sitting in the house on the land that you think you own. But let me tell you something, dummy. You don't own that. You just own that land for now. Because the moment it go down, you're removed. It don't matter. Because you're not in real charge. You're not in charge, fam. You just here. You just living here. You just have a house on earth. You here. But you ain't in charge of boy. Stop playing. They could come in and take your little stuff so fast and rearrange your life. Lock you up for nothing and throw away the key. Don't come and talk to me about what you think you got that's yours because you paid for it. If Trump and all these people can move like this, don't sit up in there and think that they can't change your life in an instant. Don't get comfortable is my point. Oh, we up in here. We need a hashtag. Don't get comfortable. Let's go.
Where's that list? See, we want to know the names of the people that were on that list. We want them to open up the file. Y'all said y'all was going to release all the files to the public. Release it to the public. Don't play around with the intelligence of the people. Oh, we're going to release some now or release some. No. Release all of them in their original form.
Just let it go.
Point blank, period. I'm telling y'all what it is. Right? Why won't they release the list? Now they telling y'all it ain't no list. They're saying to the world, they want you to forget about it now. They want you. Trump is up here saying, hey, man, why are you guys...
Shout out Earl, don't get comfortable, fam.
No. We're still talking about him because for years they said that it was multiple big-name people who was linked to this guy that was on his client list. Now, all of a sudden, y'all have been for years talking about this list. Now, all of a sudden, ain't no list. Investigation closed. Ain't nothing to see here. He took himself out. Blase, blah, period. Come on, bro. You can't spit on the people and tell them it's raining, bro. It's not going to work. Not going to work.
Shout out Mona. I'm going to have to check it out so I know you shit this, fam. I appreciate you. I'm going to have to check it out right in with this. But you know, if you hit the super chat, I can see it right now, family. Respectfully, you know it. But I appreciate you regardless. I'm going to definitely let you know. I can see right after this, Mona Thompson is love. Thank you so much for the support. Respectfully, thank you.
The way that I put it. We
Release the list.
seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
Here's Kash Patel, podcast just over a year before he became FBI director.
Why is the FBI protecting the greatest pederast, the largest scale pederast in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list.
And Bongino, a former Secret Service agent turned right-wing podcaster, is now the FBI deputy director.
I appreciate you, Mona. That's what we doing. I'm going to make sure I tap in with you, let you know I got it. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's
what I
real.
heard from a source
It's
about
love.
Bill Clinton on a plane with Jeffrey Epstein.
Bam!
I'm not letting it go ever.
You're not ever letting it go, sir, huh? You're not ever letting it go. But now y'all telling us that there ain't no list, man. Ain't nothing to see here, y'all. This is after they have trumped up all this stuff for years.
All love, family.
Think about what I'm saying to y'all. They the ones that brought this to us. Hey, man, we need to get those Epstein files out. But now, all of a sudden, they in a position to release the Epstein files, and they talking about ain't no files. Man, bro.
The spokesperson released a statement in 2019 saying that the former president, quote, knows nothing about the terrible crimes. Should note the presence of one's name in the files does not mean they were involved in any way in sex trafficking or having sex with any of Epstein's victims. Here's Alina Habba, now interim U.S. attorney for New Jersey. This is her in February.
In this case, in Epstein's case, it is incredibly disturbing. We have flight logs, we have information, names that will come out.
Is it going to be?
So she told Piers Morgan that we got flight logs, we got names, we got information that's gonna come out. Why is it all of a sudden? Nah, we ain't got nothing. There ain't nothing now. There ain't nothing no more. It was nothing.
Right.
It was no list. It was nothing. Yeah, nothing else to see. He lost his life due to his own doing. It had no foul play. We're gonna put out a video, and then somebody put out today a photo and a video that they don't even like the same cells, outside of the same cells, bro. Come on, make it make sense, bro. Then the actual video, people were saying that the videos jumped over a minute, stuff like this. And then the one guy with the crazy hair shape up sitting up there talking about something. The one white dude with the crazy shape up sitting up there talking about, yeah, man, we had to fix the quality of the video, man. But we're gonna release it in its full form, but we had to do some fixing to the. What do you mean fixing? What do you mean? I've seen them put out clean videos from prison. I've seen that shit on YouTube. They just take the video.
Pappy's Pad, you already know. James Dixon. Shout out Mona Thompson. That's real. James Dixon, what's up? Beyond Watch program, it's all real.
You don't have clean video. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna lie about that.
Let's get right. Let's get real. Nicole Ellis says, I just want to know why certain people can do whatever they want and get away with it. Let me bring that back for Nicole Ellis. Shout out to you. She said again, I just want to know why certain people can do whatever they want and get away with it. We all know here at No Filters with your boy Dilla T. It's power. Certain people, they yearn for the power. Certain people are actually born with power. You got to understand, Donald Trump was born with power. His family, his people. He was born into power. It's so many situations where a lot of people are not born into power. Your family don't really have nothing, let alone money, let alone power. So when you coming in with power and you living that life, you know you're protected. One, because of your family. Two, because of your position. Three, because of the powers that be. That is the only way that these people are able to get away with it. But when people like Elon Musk and then other people come out, there's more. See, Elon Musk's power can fight with Trump. The money, okay, and the position Elon is in, he can actually go back and forth with Trump. But see, what Elon doesn't have, that Trump has, is the Department of Justice, the FBI, the CIA, the NSA. Should I keep going? And he has all of those departments at his reach. Elon only got iRobots, robot dogs, robot cars, new Teslas, old Teslas. What we talking about? So now we understand that at the end of the day, we gotta think, we need people that's in power like Elon, that's got that bag, that can talk that talk and walk that walk and stand on business. Because he can't be shut down. And if they try to shut him down, he has enough money to maintain and start back up. How many of you out there got enough money to get shut down and start back up? That is the understanding of what's going on in the world. If you don't have it to start back up because of the shutdown that's coming, what are you going to do? You don't have it. You ain't even thought about it. So that means you ain't working for it. So you will not consume it. Some of y'all think the world is going to stay like it is right now. Please let me know if you think that, fam. You really think the world going to stay like this? A bunch of apps, tablets. You really think that? Stupid. And it's because of people like you that Donald Trump and them is talking to. See, they ain't talking to people in the hood. They ain't talking to people whose eyes is open. They talking to the naive, the stupids, and the ones that just don't want to accept it. Let me tell you something in your life. You ever knew something, but you just ain't accepted? You know how many? Oh, let's get real in here. You ever knew something, but you just ain't accepted? Even if it's good or bad, it's just the fact you knew it, but you just didn't accept it. You know how many people know stuff, they just don't accept it though? And that's the reason why you ain't living in the right reality. You better hit that like button right now, subscribe, we cooking. Get into the right reality, fam. You can know everything about it, but you still don't accept it. It's why you still in certain situations you're in. Relationship, jobs, friends, family, foes. You have to start accepting what you know. And once you start doing that, your life gonna get a little more realer. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Start accepting what you know. That's it. It's the fact that we know. You know how many women, you know how many men in relationships be knowing something, they just don't accept it. Like you know he a goofy, but you just don't accept it. Like you know she's stupid, but you just don't accept it. Boy, you better get right. Elon Musk can be the president. You know it, but you don't accept it because you don't believe it. But Trump was in the same situation, and we knew it, but we ain't accept it. We knew it, but we ain't accept it because it ain't sound right. It ain't sound real. Oh, but it's real today. And now that fool name on the line about the worst you could ever have your name put behind when you a PEDO. Boy, you better get right up in here. Straight up. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. We cooking. Let's go.
Having ass people, man. I'm telling y'all this, bro. And y'all sitting up here and people is afraid to speak out on this stuff, man. You know why? Like I said before, man. They don't want to see real they don't want to see real change. They don't want to see that. They don't want to believe that the people that they praise and worship can be involved with some foolishness. Potentially. I'm not even saying they are. They don't even want to have an opportunity to think that. Think about what I just told y'all. Right? These are all the people that Trump has now hired. Was the same ones years ago that's on podcasts, online, demanding that demanding that the Epstein files be released.
It's in Epstein's case. It is incredibly disturbing. We have flight logs, we have information, names that will come out.
Is it going to be shocking?
I don't see how it's not shocking.
I'm shocked that none of that's been released. In February this year, Attorney General Bondi teased the imminent arrival of the Epstein files, and President Trump's oldest son, Don Jr., posted about the news, quote, LFG, an acronym for Let's Effing Go. A week later, the Trump administration invited a slew of conservative MAGA influencers to the White House, purporting to give them a first look.
This is SanDisk's new
That's crazy.
portable hard drive.
And they hear her saying this out there.
Chips. It offers 6 terabytes of storage.
A batch of documents labeled the Epstein files, phase 1, but none of it was a smoking gun. The vast majority of the information had already been made publicly available. CNN's Evan Paris reported in March that Attorney General Bondi directed FBI agents, in some cases, to drop their work on China and Iran and focus on redacting the files before their release. Remember, Trump made part of this his platform. Here he is during the 2024 campaign.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know.
Lahaina in the building.
Lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole.
So what's really going on here? I mean, what's really going on? Well, experts experts, such as our friend Julie Brown from the Miami Herald, who's been covering Epstein for years, say that the notion of Epstein having an easy-to-access client list is likely a red herring. And that's what the Trump administration is relying on, that there really isn't a list set. They are also now relying on the fact that because it's MAGA influencers often put forward so many falsehoods, legacy news media won't push the point, that while there might not be a list, there are certainly files that can be released. It's a trove of information. The Trump administration is right now refusing to share information that could well point to the powerful folks who availed themselves of the sex trafficking victims of Jeffrey Epstein. If you go, for example, to the FBI vaults online, you can see that there are 22 files containing thousands of pages. Most of them are heavily redacted. Now, sure, of course, redact the names and identify.
That man just said it's 22 files of thousands of things. It's 22 files of thousands of... What? So even just at the fact that that's located where it's located at, it's so much involved with it. But nobody's saying nothing. And we sit here acting like it's nothing. Boy, there's more than what you think. And then you know what's funny? Let me tell you what's going to happen is. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Come close. You better listen to me right now. Hit that drink, hit that food, hit that blunt. Listen to me. The list going to come out. All right? Now, the list going to come out. Okay? Now, when it come out, certain people's name going to be taken off. Am I lying? When the list come out, certain people's names going to be taken off. Watch what I tell you. It's coming out. Why? It's going to come out. Certain people's names going to be taken off, and then we're going to be looking at like, wait a minute, like who? But then think about it. Diddy, Trump, Epstein, we can go down the list. All of them was kicking it. So whose name would really be on the list that they wouldn't expose, even if they talked about Bill Clinton and the Clinton family? Think about that for a second, fam. They're going to release the list. And I'm thinking in my mind that even if they try to tamper with the list or make it look like it was the old list versus a new list or something that just make it seem like it was tampered with. Because you know this list is very old. So I don't even know if the list is sitting on paper that's old or it's sitting on something. But if it's that old, it should be on some paper. Or it could be on a file or a hard drive. Okay? Think about it. Now, they're going to release this list at some point. And some names are not going to be on that list. And now we're going to look at that list like, are you serious? The world went crazy because of that list? But think about it. That list ain't even going to look intriguing when they let it loose. Why? Because the world is looking for names like Trump, Diddy, Bill Clinton, the Clinton family. Think about that, fam. You know they going to release it. If they said Epstein came up dead, oh, my bad, unalive, in jail, the cameras malfunctioned the same day. Them talking about he killed himself didn't even match up whatever rope that they said that he used. It is so many discrepancies in that story, period. Even the footage they released of the cells that he was in, the jail cell he was in was even not the same as the picture. Point I'm making, family, is if they can make all these people that said it's a list act like it's not a list now, if they can make people be unalive no more, you telling me they not going to release that list and just take a couple names off? So think about it. If they release the list and the only names on the list are people that's dead or people that are so old that if they get locked up, it don't even matter. I mean, think about the strategies, family, that can come out about this situation. See, I'm only discussing this with you, fam, because you fam. We going to make sure we hip. The list will come out, and on the list will not be the names that you and I are advocating for. Let me say that again for the people in the back Hit that like button, subscribe, family. The list will come out, and the names that we want to be on there, that we've been advocating for, will not be on that list. And at that point, this will be laid to rest. Why? Because now you've given the people a list. So he's going to say, oh, what else do you want? What else would you require of me? You've been happing and yapping about a list. The world has, but now I release it. And now you get the list. And now the fact that certain names ain't on that list that you wanted to be on there, now y'all mad? They gonna erase this so fast because of that alone right there. You understand me, Pappy's Pad? What's up, JC in the building? You understand? So I just want you to understand, here at No Filters with your boy Dilla T, we understand what we can see with our eyes. If it quack like a duck, and if it walk like a duck, it's a duck. We will not be informed over here. Let's keep going, family.
Characteristics of the victims. Why not make the victim testimonies public? As Julie Brown points out, there's still so much we don't know. The investigations by U.S. attorneys in Miami and in New York, witness interviews in the U.S. Virgin Islands and New Mexico. Brown writes that there's still more evidence that hasn't been published, including, quote, Epstein kept video cameras in most of his residences, and Epstein's autopsy, nor the report of the investigation into his death has been made public.
Yeah, so what happened to all those videos? That's another thing. What happened to all those Epstein videos, y'all? All those videos that they were claiming that he had, what happened to them?
Wow.
Hey, that's really what I want to know. What happened to all those alleged videos, bro? Because they said he was keeping videos too. Now, if they have all those videos, why haven't they released? I mean, what's up with that?
Crazy word.
Make it make sense.
This is
And you and I know that that ain't right, because if that shit was to happen, if that was to happen in the hood,
it doesn't replace.
If that was to happen in the hood, we calling it out.
Correct right there, bro. The autopsy reports, the full autopsy reports, all of these other things, the interviews. Why haven't they released the interviews with witnesses?
AJ in the building, Wolfman, what's up, family? That's real.
Dozens of people. The FBI probably interviewed hundreds of people that they have in those files. Do y'all think so? I believe that the FBI have hundreds of interviews where they interview people and people were snitching.
On everybody.
I believe it. I believe.
You understand something? Those people snitching. Because you got to understand something. They was talking about them dealing with underage kids. You understand me? So on them files, if all of those people went to that island and partaked in any of that, and then they all of a sudden had to be interviewed, you don't think they were snitching on Epstein? They all were saying, well, Epstein, you invited us to your house on this island. Why do you have kids in your home? Even after Trump met Epstein and became friends with him and then went public and said Epstein likes younger girls or he likes them young, Trump was still the friend with him. He was still his friend. So where you get a pass at for to be acting like we don't know what you're doing, boy? You was still friends with that man. Even after talking about him. So you was coming around watching this stuff. Where was your antennas when everything was going down? Oh, my bad. You was sitting there watching the stuff. So don't sit on here and act like y'all cool with this, knowing that this list finna come out and Trump name not gonna even be on it. I wait. Accept it. Get comfortable. Indulge in it. Trump name ain't gonna be on the list when it come out. What? That man name not gonna be on the list. a lot of people that we believe in, that we know is on the list, not going to be on the list. So you got to understand something. Trump is getting calls from so many world leaders and political high people and actors and famous people that's in high places, knowing that list can't be released, because even if the list says Trump didn't do it and that his name not on there, everybody else name on the list. You don't think they not calling Trump like, hey man, you need to handle that. Get rid of whatever's whatever. Because if you don't, we gonna get rid of them. You think these people ain't calling him saying that? They very powerful. You think they finna allow somebody or somebodies to ruin their life, their career, their position in the White House, their position in the world? You think they finna let that happen? You better think again. Hit that like button, family. Subscribe. We cooking. These people that's on this list are not finna allow that to happen to their life. They will do whatever it takes to survive this list. One thing, when the list come out, Trump name won't be on there, but the people whose name will be on there will probably be old people or people who's about to die, already within their own medical fields. Because those whose name is on there who are not to, or they've been doing this, people like Diddy, he don't care. He's already been exposed. But the problem that exposes him to is pedo on a higher level. So you need to understand, fam. Ain't no way you can't not take that serious, not thinking that that man ain't worried about the other people whose name is on the list. Those other people whose names are on the list are going to come to Trump. They going to come for somebody, because those people are powerful as well. Even though Trump is the world leader of USA, you got other people whose name probably on that list that's world leaders. I heard Epstein was only rocking with the highest levels of office politically. I heard you had to have a certain million, billion, trillionaire, zillionaire, cajillionaire. You had to be a certain one to be in there with them, to indulge. And hearing that young kids are on the island with y'all, we should not be hearing that. Why are you all's names tied up in that? That means you all were involved with that, indulging in that. Because if it was me and you, family, you know we fam, we FAM, we here. If it was me and you would be gone. And you know it. So why we can't cook them like that? Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. We cooking. Why we can't cook them? Because they'll cook us. Let's go, family.
People was snitching. So why not?
Veronica White says, what y'all talking about?
Who some of these people were naming in these interviews? You don't even have to release the names of the people who were snitching. Just release what their testimony was. Release what they said and the questions they were asked and the answers they gave. Why y'all think they won't do that? Smash the like button. We should have over 1,000 likes. Easy work. Why do you want to do that? Don't y'all think that they should release the interviews that the FBI had with all those witnesses? Don't y'all know?
Yeah, Veronica, you in the building. I see you, family. You already know. Hit that like button, subscribe. You see the super chat, or you even see the Cash App. It's all love, though, family. We here. Let me explain something to you. Right now, we're looking into the situation, knowing that Elon Musk is putting his whole full energy to expose Trump's whole life, and he putting it on his platform, Twitter. You need to understand that Twitter has been around for a long time, and that man came in and bought Twitter. He changed the name to call it X. And now he's using X to expose Trump, as we all are, right here with your boy Dilla T and no filters. Let's go. Yeah, Veronica.
I had to have all these witnesses and stuff they interviewed before they went and arrested Epstein. When they went and arrested Epstein, they already had to have major evidence to prove those crimes. Right? Think about what I'm saying now. We don't even know who else they were investigating. They didn't investigate, whatever else that was going on that was involved in that case.
He's right. We don't know.
We didn't get a chance to see co-defendants, none of this type of stuff.
Right.
Outside of Ghislaine Maxwell. And if you think she's the only co-D, man, something wrong with you. They probably had unindicted co-conspirators. Or at least people of interest. Where's the interviews at? If you're going to release the files, they should have released all of the information that was pertinent to the investigations and to the indictment and prosecution of Jeffrey Epstein.
That is crazy work, fam.
They should have did it. They should have did it, bro. There ain't no excuse about it. No excuse. Right? I'm being honest with y'all. Right? So when y'all see this,
Joyce Diggs in the building. How you be?
Again,
hit that like button, family. Subscribe. We cooking.
I have it in front of me. I have his indictment in front of me. His indictment was sealed. Matter of fact, let me put on the screen. He had a sealed indictment.
A sealed indictment. We about to look at right now.
And I want y'all to think about something, because I'm going to get into some of this right now. Smash the like button and share the videos y'all come on. If y'all want to donate to the channel, link pinned at the top. Y'all already know what it is. But I want to get...
You want to donate to the channel, link at the top, family. I appreciate your love.
Like I said before, man, you know, you cannot be afraid. You cannot be afraid to expose. If you're going to expose some things, you have to be willing to expose it all.
Right. Let's be real.
Because I believe it should be complete transparency, don't you? That's what I believe. That's what I believe.
Yes, he's using a Gorilla pillow.
That's real, family. I believe it.
It's the cutting-edge ergonomic pillow that people actually...
There it is, right there on your screen.
Let me go. Let me go. Let's go.
There it is, right there on your screen. You know, y'all already know I got the paperwork. Y'all know I got the paperwork.
You know we got the receipts, fam.
United States of America versus Jeffrey Epstein. Count 1. Sex trafficking conspiracy. The grand jury charges. Overview. As set forth herein, over the course of many years, Jeffrey Epstein, the defendant, sexually exploited and abused dozens of minorGIRLSs at his homes in Manhattan, New York, Palm Beach, Florida, among other. Many years, Jeffrey Epstein, the defendant, sexually exploited and abused dozens of minorGIRLSs at his homes in Manhattan, New York.
If you can spell, you know what that just spelled out, don't you?
Other locations. In particular,
if you can spell, you know what that just spelled out, don't you? They said dozens of. Let's keep going.
These are jury charges. It is right there on your screen. You know, y'all already know I got the paperwork. Y'all know I got the paperwork.
Paperwork.
United States of America versus Jeffrey Epstein. Count 1. Sex trafficking conspiracy. The grand jury charges. Overview. As set forth herein, over the course of many years, Jeffrey Epstein, the defendant, sexually exploited and abused dozens of minorGIRLSs at his homes in Manhattan, New York, Palm Beach, Florida, among other locations.
Wow.
In particular, from at least in or about 2002 up until and including at least about 2005, Jeffrey Epstein, the defendant, enticed and recruited and caused to be enticed and recruited MINORGIRLS.
Enticed and recruited MINORs.
New York, the New York residence known as
Let's bring that back. That man enticed and recruited MINORs. You can
I'm being
spell,
honest with y'all.
you can read.
Right? So when y'all see this, and again, Jeffrey Epstein's indictment, I have it in front of me. I have his indictment in front of me. His indictment was sealed. Woo! Put it on the screen.
Indictment in front of him, fam.
He had a sealed indictment. They unsealed it. And I want y'all to think about something, because I'm going to get into some of this right now. Smash the like button and share the videos y'all come on. If y'all want to donate to the channel, link pinned at the top. Y'all already know what it is.
You already know what it is.
But I want to get a little bit deep into this, because to me, like I said before, man, you know, you cannot be afraid. You cannot be afraid to expose. If you're going to expose some things, you have to be willing to expose it all.
Hit that like button, subscribe, family. We cooking. The super chat right there for family. So you want to donate to the channel, the link in the top of the chat. Let's go.
There it is right there on your screen. There it is right there on your screen.
On your screen, let's go.
I got the paperwork. Y'all know I got the paperwork. United States of America versus Jeffrey Epstein. Count one.
Count one.
Sex trafficking conspiracy. The grand jury charges. Overview.
Count one. Sex trafficking conspiracy. Let's go.
As set forth herein, over the course of many years, Jeffrey Epstein, the defendant, sexually exploited and abused dozens of MINOR GIRLSs at his homes in Manhattan, New York, Palm Beach, Florida, among other locations.
What?
In particular, from at least in or about 2002 up into and including at least about 2005, Jeffrey Epstein, the defendant, enticed and recruited and caused to be enticed and recruited MINOR GIRLSs to visit his mansion in Manhattan, New York, the New York residence known as, and his estate in Palm Beach, Florida.
Hold up, let's get right. Maddie B, get right, family, says Gabe Itch. Then, Beyond Watching program said, if it's happening in what state, then that state is allowing it and creating conditions for it to grow and thrive. You right. Jalux 2000 says, why you be looking so ticklish? Maddie B says, we knew all of this though. We knew all this though. Maddie B, don't speak for we. Speak for yourself. You the only one that knew all of that. There's a lot of other people, but here no filters. We need to make sure that fam know all of it. You understand? That's the difference between you knowing, you talking about they knowing, but when you speak about we knowing, make sure you understand what you're talking about, Maddie, because here no filters. My people don't know yet. It's a deal of tea pull up, and we speaking on that. Fam will pull up and let me know what's going on. See, you didn't let me know what's going on. What you chose to do is tell me we know all this already. But no, you know all this already. My family probably don't. So please watch your mouth when you coming in here, fam. Don't do that. What you say, Kai, K-I? Get right, fam, coming in here. What we talking about is, Kai, is the fact that your president name on this worst list in the world. Oh, and now we exposing them even more. And by the way, a person by the name of Elon Musk that's got $1 trillion about to expose him even more. On what? The platform that he bought is called Twitter. And now they changed it to X. You know what's important about that? The world is going to listen to Elon because he has the platform. And he used to work with Trump. The world ain't going to listen to you and me. But who going to listen to you and me? Fam. Right here with Dilla T and no filters. Hit that like button, family. Subscribe. We cooking. Let's go.
To engage in sex acts with him, after which he would give the victims hundreds of dollars in cash. Come on now.
Wait a minute.
Moreover, are GIRLSs at his homes in Manhattan, New York, Palm Beach, Florida, among other locations. In particular, from at least in or about 2002 up into and including at least or about 2005, Jeffrey Epstein, the defendant, enticed and recruited and caused to be enticed and recruited MINORGIRLSs to visit his mansion in Manhattan, New York, the New York residence known as, and his estate in Palm Beach, Florida, known as the Palm Beach residence, to engage in sex acts with him, after which he would give the victims hundreds of dollars in cash. Come on now.
JC says, fam.
And
Beyond Watch program says judges are failing so bad. You're right. Judges are in a position where they are even scared themselves. They look at their position and say, hey, I'm the judge. I'm the one that's the law. But then you got people like Jay-Z that come in and get 6 judges to deny a DNA test. And then you got that one judge that got kahunas that says, no, we're not denying this DNA test. If this is not your son, then we just need to know, and that's it. But it's something to that. That's why those 6 judges sat there and dismissed that 6 times. But this one judge stood on business. Hear me when I'm talking and hurt. All it takes is one. Don't come in here talking that talk, boy. Because when I catch up with you, all it takes is one. 6 judges paid off, bamboozled, hoodwinked. And one judge stood on business. What? All it takes is one. You better shut the... I'm telling you. All it takes is one. I got kids, stupid. I tell them, boy, be a leader, not a follower. All it takes is one. Hashtag, all it takes is one. Fam. Hashtag, don't get comfortable. Hashtag, all it takes is one. All I got the shirts coming, don't play with me. You know what it is. All it takes is one. Type 1 in there right now if you with me, fam. FAM, all it takes is one. I'm trying to tell, don't come in here asking stupid ass questions, boy, about why people care. You understand me? 6 judges got dismissed because they wanted to play games. And now they life on the line. But all it took is one to stand on business. You better teach your kids. All it takes is one. I appreciate you, Maddie B, for the 3. Hit that like button and subscribe. We cooking. Stay with me, fam. Hater. Stay with me, hater. Let's keep going.
In order to maintain and increase his supply to victims, Epstein also paid certain of his victims to recruit additional GIRLSs to be similarly abused by Epstein. In this way, Epstein created a vast network of underage victims for him to sexually exploit in locations including New York and Palm Beach. The victims described herein were as young as 14 at the time, and they were abused by Jeffrey Epstein.
Woo!
The defendant and were...
Let's bring it back for the people in the back.
America versus Jeffrey Epstein, count 1. Sex trafficking conspiracy, the grand jury charges.
Count 1.
Overview. As set forth herein, over the course of many years, Jeffrey Epstein, the defendant, sexually exploited and abused dozens of minorgirls's at his homes in Manhattan, New York, Palm Beach, Florida, among other locations. In particular, from at least in or about 2002 up into and including at least about 2005.
Shout out Mona Thompson. You know how we gonna stick to the business, family. I appreciate this love. We gonna stay right in one place. They can't play with me. Don't play with me. You understand? This business here with fam. We fam here. We gonna keep it right here, Mona. Worried about nobody.
Where's the interviews at? If you're going to release the files, they should have released all of the information that was pertinent to the investigations.
Winston in the building.
And to the indictment and prosecution of Jeffrey Epstein. They should have did it. They should have did it, bro. There ain't no excuse about it. No excuse. Right? I'm being honest with y'all. Right? So when y'all see this, and again, Jeffrey Epstein's indictment, I have it in front of me. I have his indictment in front of me. His indictment was sealed. Matter of fact, let me put on the screen.
Okay, so let's make sure we understand what's going on, fam. Have we tapped in? Have we tapped in? FAM, everybody ready? AJ, let's go, fam. AJ type 1 just came in, says, dang. Maddie B says, not going to be a follower of the crowd. That's fine. Mona Thompson says, Dilla T. I love how you don't allow the ignorance to throw you off of topic. Let's go. That's what we doing here with Dilla T here in No Filters, family. We keeping it real, keeping it raw, keeping it right. You understand? Beyond Watcher says, JC, Elon came to the White House like the Best Buy Geek Squad tech support to hook up the machine like China has. That's real. Winston says, what's all that scribble on your body? Nothing but life and fam. That's real. AJ, hit that like and subscribe, family. We cooking. AJ says this is why New York is getting flooded. Oh, my bad, family. Lahaina says Sandy really flooded NYC. Oh, we got Nene Love Savvy TV in the building. What it is, says Savvy has arrived. Was getting ready for this AAU tournament this weekend. Shout out to Nene Love Savvy TV family, getting ready for the tournament. Hope they win. All wishes, all safe passages. Making sure y'all get back where you supposed to be, fam. You know it. JC says at Beyond Watcher, I think he probably treated like an investment. Look at everything he owns is unbelievable. That's real. Mona Thompson says thanks. And some people I stopped watching their content because they were too distracted by the comments when you're in the host. That's real, but we're not doing none of that. Why? Because this is Dilla T and this is No Filters. My family need to know what's going on. And for those that don't want to know what's going on, they still here. So we appreciate you hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel so you don't miss an episode, and sharing this with the world. Let's go.
He had a sealed indictment.
Dorothy G, what's up, fam? How you be?
I want y'all to think about something, because I'm going to get into some of this right now. Smash the like button and share the videos. Y'all come on in. Y'all want to donate to the channel, link pinned at the top. Y'all already know what it is. But I want to get a little bit deep into this, because to me, like I said before, man, you know, you cannot be afraid. You cannot be afraid to expose. If you're going to expose some things, you have to be willing to expose it all.
All things. Let's go.
Because I believe it should be complete transparency, don't you?
Shout out to you, Dorothy G. Shout out to you, too. It's respect. I appreciate you, family. You see the super chat? No Filter Cash App. And the link at the top is love. I appreciate you.
Y'all know I got the paperwork.
We got the paperwork.
America versus Jeffrey Epstein. Count 1. Sex trafficking conspiracy. The grand jury charges. Overview. As set forth herein, over the course of many years, Jeffrey Epstein, the defendant, sexually exploited and abused dozens of minorgirls's at his homes in Manhattan, New York, Palm Beach, Florida, among other locations. In particular, from at least in or about 2002 up into and including at least about 2005, Jeffrey Epstein, the defendant, enticed and recruited and caused to be enticed and recruited minorgirls's to visit his mansion in Manhattan, New York, the New York residence known as, and his estate in Palm Beach, Florida.
What's up, Cheeky Chops in the building? Maya Marie, how you be? I appreciate you pulling up.
Hundreds of dollars in cash. Come on now. Moreover, and in order to maintain and increase his supply to victims, Epstein also paid certain of his victims to recruit additional GILSs to be similarly abused by Epstein. In this way, Epstein created recruit additional GIRLSs to be similarly supplied to victims. Epstein also paid certain of his victims to recruit additional GIRLSs to be similarly abused by Epstein. In this way, Epstein created a vast network of underage victims supplied to victims. Epstein also paid certain of his victims to recruit additional GIRLSs to be similarly abused by Epstein. In this way,
he need to be. But you know what's crazy? It don't even what he need to be. The man ain't even here no more. He unalive. We hearing the counts that was against him. He's unalive. He's not here no more, fam. Yay. Huh? He's unalive. This man was recruiting more people to be dealing with GIRLSs. MINORSs. He ain't here no more. Shh.
Epstein created a vast network of underage victims for him to sexually exploit in locations including New York and Palm Beach. The victims described herein were as young as 14 at the time, and they were abused by Jeffrey Epstein.
You hear that? That's in the clip. That boy said they was 14. They was 14. Who in here talking like y'all? Hey man, hold up there. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Hit that like button, subscribe right now. Who in here talking ish? Because we just heard this man say that he was recruiting people that was 14. Girls, minors, 14. You got a problem in this chat, partner? Hey, little dude, you still talking? You understand what we talking about? Fam, get this little dude in here talking, man. What's this dude named Matt who? Matt B, Matt 3, Matt who? Hey, dirty. You better get right or get on. You understand me? Don't keep playing with nobody in here. They just said them kids was 14. And you in here talking ish? Let them have it, fam, because I'm tired of playing with stupids like that. Because you so nasty, disgusting mother. I'm telling you, boy. You heard the age, you heard the number, you heard the situation. And you still in here talking like you don't know what's up. Watch your mouth. Let's go.
defendant and were, for various reasons, often particularly vulnerable to exploitation. Epstein intentionally sought out MINORSs and knew that many of his victims were in fact under the age of 18, including because in some instances, MINOR victims expressly told him their age. In creating and maintaining this network of MINOR victims in multiple states to sexually abuse and exploit, Jeffrey Epstein, the defendant, worked and conspired with others, including. I want y'all to think about this. This is why you need to release the files right here. Listen to what I'm about to say to everybody that's listening to this video. This is the part right here, right?
Be ready when the moment.
This the part.
Rose Sparks gets you hard.
Shout out to Fame.
The fast-acting, long-lasting.
Cause this the part.
This is the reason why it ticks me off. Because we need to see, because if they would have went to court, you might have heard about some of the co-conspirators.
Ooh.
Remember, a certain trial just went back, and you heard about alleged co-conspirators.
Alleged.
Before the brother was found not guilty for the sex trafficking in the RICO. Same thing in Jeffrey Epstein's. Everybody say, oh, well, where's all the co-defendants? Well, let me read this here to y'all. In Jeffrey Epstein's indictment, right? It says, in creating and maintaining this network of MINOR victims in multiple states to sexually abuse and exploit, Jeffrey Epstein, the defendant, worked and conspired with others, including employees and associates who facilitated his conduct, among other things, contacting victims and scheduling their sexual encounters with Epstein at the New York residence. And
John Stewart, hit that like button, subscribe. You don't get to talk. Hit that like button, subscribe. I appreciate you. We cooking.
They cannot put.
But you still heard, Chief. So it must be.
That's why the files need to be released. Where's all the interviews? Where's the testimony?
Get him, fam.
In those interviews. Where's the testimony at? Those people had to give interviews before they could go and arrest Epstein. They had to do it.
Shout out to Grand Mile Life. You in the building.
I want y'all to think about that. If they at least release the interviews, then guess what everybody gonna find out? Y'all gonna find out who else is involved.
Yeah, Diamond Love said, is this the file that needed to be released?
Because
it is.
those interviews, those people that they interview, they gonna tell everything. They ain't trying to catch that type of smoke. Right?
Let them know, fam. Let them know, Lahaina. Let them know, fam.
The files are going to have those interviews.
Let them know, Pap.
They're going to have those statements and those interviews that those people had with the feds. You know the feds went and talked to a lot of people. So it's a lot of stuff they probably had. They ain't even put in this original indictment. Right? Think of what I'm saying to y'all now. Factual background. During all
David T in the building, Ghost in the building. What's up with you?
The defendant was the financier with multiple
Bernadette Johnson in the building. How you be? Hit that like button, subscribe, fam.
And beginning at least in 2002, Jeffrey Epstein, the defendant, enticed and recruited and caused to be enticed and recruited dozens of MINOR GIRLSs to engage in sex acts with him, after which Epstein paid him hundreds.
See, you got to understand something. If they talking words like dozens and they using that word MINORS, you can't tell me Trump went over there somewhere knowing that was going on. You know how many years he done known him? You know how many decades these people have been around? They don't get to act like that don't make sense. Diddy been around a long time. All of that, this, that, and the other that came out about Diddy case and the humiliations and everything that happened. Some of that stuff came from like 40 years ago, fam. 40 years ago. Some of y'all weren't even born. 40 years ago. This Epstein file so bad that the fact that it was that long ago, that means Trump has it's so much footage, connection, miscellaneous. It's just so much that he's involved in it. Why? Because of how long ago it was. You know, a young Trump and a young Diddy and a young Epstein, you know what they was on? A young Diddy? It's a video where Diddy and Biggie Smalls is chilling, and Diddy is leaning on Biggie Smalls, like talking to them, you know, talking to the camera, right, fam? He leaning on Biggie Smalls, right? Diddy is leaning on Biggie Smalls with his hand right here. Biggie Smalls takes his hand and starts to do this with his hand. Fam! Look it up. Biggie Smalls and Diddy interview. He doing this with his hand. The gift dies hard here says, I miss Biggie. Let me tell you something about Biggie. Biggie was Biggie. But Biggie over here rubbing Diddy's hand. The point I'm making is, that was 40 years ago. Nobody knew that. And they just now released it, fam. So if they was doing that 40 years ago, what else they was doing? That man called that man God. I urge you to go see it so badly. Mona Thompson says real men don't do that kind of stuff. The nerve of a... He ain't no man, Mona. He's a boy. The nerve of you, boy. Little dude. And that's what they own. Bad boys for life. Sickies. You over here talking like this. Point I'm making is, 40 years ago, Diddy rubbing on Biggie. 40 years ago, Diddy doing this and that. 40 years ago, Trump groping everybody, and now 40 years ago in Epstein mansions all across the world, Epstein islands, weirdos like Mona said, yeah. So don't tell me ain't none of that true. They have 22 files, and then let me break down files and papers. You can have a file, but you can have 1,000 papers in that file. So they got 22 files. So that means it can be 1,000 plus in each file. You know how many names that is, boy? You gonna find out your favorite rapper, favorite singer, favorite actor, favorite athlete, the congresswoman, congressman. You about to find out. And when the list come out, they not gonna have everybody's name on it, fam. So don't look for them names you want. That's why we talking now, because we know the names that's on there. But don't look for them names, because if Trump and them was smart and what they was on, they'll just release the files. Why? Because they gonna take the names off. You think they gonna release them files with Trump name on there? Let me tell you something. They gonna fry everybody else. But it's certain people they not gonna fry. They gonna take off certain names off that list, fam. They just gonna take names off. Because the funny part is, Trump and them was like, oh, you know, oh, okay, this Trump, y'all. Oh, you know, don't worry about it. It's okay. Just let the list go. Just give them the list. It doesn't matter. Somebody came back like, sir, I'm sorry. Your name's on the list. And also we have footage of you doing this, and that. With this, and those people. Trump's like, oh my God. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, we got to do something about it. Well, let's hold on to it until we figure out what to do. That's what's going on. They holding on to whatever until they figure out what to do, fam. Because he was like, oh, I ain't worried about no list. See, you got to understand, gangsters and celebrities like Trump, they don't care about nothing. Why? Because they trillionaires. So they can do what they want. Let me say that again for the people in the back that's broke. They can't do nothing. Oh my God. I got all the money. It doesn't matter. We do what we want over here. Nothing matters. Who is the list? You're talking about this sick guy who did all of this with these people? I don't care. So when they say, oh, but you was with him. Who was with him? I only knew him for a year. I was around, we partied, we had fun. I let him go. I found out he was sick in the mind, and we stopped dealing with each other. That's exactly what he's saying, fam. But Jay, I appreciate you, partner, because you still here. Hit that like button and subscribe right now, because we cooking. That's your president, stupid. And while you over there on the couch looking dumb as... You gonna be the one when everybody's running to the left, away from trouble. You the one gonna still be looking right, trying to figure out what they running from. And try to figure out why they running. And then when you find out why they running, you gonna be the only one got. Because you still looking and still trying to figure out what's going on. You understand? Get the stepping up out of here, partner. We don't need you. We don't need your likes. We don't need your subscription. You understand me? Let's keep going. Watch your mouth, goofball.
Dollars in cash at the New York residence and the Palm Beach residence. In both New York and Florida, Jeffrey Epstein, the defendant, perpetuated this abuse in similar ways. Victims were initially recruited to provide quote-unquote massages to Epstein, which would be performed.
And that's what the lawyer said. They was getting massages. That's what the lawyer, remember, that's what the lawyer said. The lawyer said he was getting massages in the mansion, but yet he wasn't getting them by by MINORSs. He was getting them by grown women. But it's the fact that he knew MINORSs were in the mansion with their grown selves. So how does he get a pass by saying, oh, well, they didn't touch me, a grown person touched me, and I don't even, and he said, I don't even like massages. But yet you in the mansion identifying MINORSs over there, sitting down and laying down for a massage and saying that you got it by a grown woman. You lying! In our face. Just lying. Stupid ass Jay. Just sitting there listening to stuff like that. People just lying. And you ain't got no stands for it. You ain't standing on business. You ain't even got nothing to say about it. Get your dumb ass up out of here, man.
Include one or more sex acts. Epstein paid his victims hundreds of dollars in cash for each encounter. Moreover, Epstein actively encouraged certain of his victims to recruit additional girls to similarly abused in that way. Epstein incentivized his victims to become recruiters by paying these victim recruiters hundreds of dollars for each GIRL.
That's the thing right there. The gift dies hard here. On my bad, family. The grift dies hard here. It says, I must be beyond the times. I guess we can't say the word. Minors, we have to spell it out. Forgive my ignorance. I just don't get it. That's the time we living in, family. We understand that we living in a time where the good is looked at as bad and the bad is looked at as good. We're living in a time where we explain things like this, and the people we talk about, we can't say what we want because we're doing it on this platform. We're living in a time where you are granted the platform to express and inform and let people be aware, but yet you still have to do it in a certain manner. This is a real thing. So when you hear me do that, family, understand, I'm not scared of nothing. I don't care about none of that. What matters is that if I'm not hearing my kids are still in this world, the disgusting animals and sick petties need to be exposed. If you choose to live your life how you do, won't you stand on business and tell the world that's you? So we don't have to be going through that with you or don't know that that's you. If you're a transformer and you want to live your life a certain way, if you was born this way but living your life that way, all power to you. but open up your mouth and say that's who you are and that's what you stand on. Business. So the community can accept and know what to do and how to move. If Diddy would have said he was weird as a billionaire and living his life to the fullest, we would have looked at that as, okay, that's a billionaire. He got all the money, so he going crazy. They having sex every country. They doing drugs everywhere. They partying for a whole week. And after the party, they all need IVs. We would have looked at that as, oh, okay, that's how Diddy party. If he would have came out and opened his mouth and said it, but yet he want to rape people. He want to take advantage of people. He want to bully people. He want to make women. He want to force women, and he got $1 billion. What? But if he would just came out and said, I'm worried. Or if he would have came out and said, I like it like this and I like it like that, would we really would have cared? Would we really would have tuned in to the humiliation in the court? Would we really would have had time for that? No, because we would have already knew what type of time he on. And he would have saved his money and himself the humiliation. You understand me? Stand on business. Because it can do something for you that it didn't do for Diddy. If he'd opened his mouth and said that's how he is, we wouldn't even have probably seen him in court in that manner that we seen him in. Tyler Perry. If Tyler Perry opened his mouth and said he likes men, we will not look at him wrong for the fact that now we see he has 2 cases of sexual harassing grown men. Vernon Yancey in the building. What's up, family? You already know we heard Eric in the building. What's up, family? We heard. Said, let's get right. Said she late. You just on time. We in the building. Let's get right. You see what's happening. Trump being exposed. Epstein files being exposed by Elon Musk. He got all the money. He's a trillionaire. And he can expose everybody that don't get the picture. And the fact that he has a voice and a platform on Twitter, which is called X. Now everybody about to get real about these Epstein files. Because you got a trillionaire saying, oh, come against him now. You understand? That's real. All that. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's go, family.
That they brought to Epstein. In doing so, Epstein maintained a steady supply of new victims to exploit. Think about this.
I don't watch Medea movies no more either, JC. On my mama.
So you can even think about who else potentially could have been over there getting massages.
Tone 357. What's up, Tone?
What more?
We doing?
So all you gotta do is Google him. You look at all the people that he's in the pictures with this guy. You know what I'm saying? He hung around a lot of high-level people. Right? I want y'all to think about what I'm saying to y'all here. Right? This indictment is crazy. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Right? Unbelievable work.
What I want to know is, what did he... I want to know this, because let me explain something to y'all. Let's get right. Come close. Get right. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. You already know what it is. You support, you donate to the channel. You already see the top of the link. Snapchat, the Cash App at the top of the link. You see the super chat. It's all love, family. Listen to me. If these people have been doing this for decades and somebody let this just keep happening, they did something to someone for them to say, oh, forget that. We about to put your whole life out there. And whoever that is even more sicker because they let that person do it the whole time. Decades. But then all of a sudden, 2025, 2020, y'all letting out this type of information. This information should alarm you that if they've been doing this long, they have so much more brewing because they've been doing this long. And all it took was one. All it takes is one that exposed Epstein. All it took was one that exposed Maxwell. Forgive me. All it took was one that exposed Maxwell. Maxwell is the female that was grooming the MINORSs. She was grooming them and handing them to Epstein and friends. All it took is one to bring her down. She got 20 years right now. Epstein is not in the land of the living no more. The point I'm making, family, all it takes is one. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what happened. I don't even care what's going on now. All it takes is one. There could be one thought, one move, one hesitation, one sit back, one chill, one. And everything can change. You understand me? One. This level of, this famous 247 in the building. What's up, fam? This level of living and the level of disgustingness that has happened between Diddy, Tyler Perry, Jay-Z, Fat Joe, Kevin Spacey, Kanye West, Trump, Epstein, Maxwell, the lawyer for Epstein and Trump. All it took is one for them all to get exposed. All it took was one voice, one thought, one care. R. Kelly. All it took is one. Don't keep sitting in here acting like I'm tripping and shit. Because all it takes is one. Let's go.
They had so much information on him. You had to find out, how did they get all this information? They had to have people that was
That's
testifying.
real.
Where's those testimonies?
Rosemary in the building. Big Papa 4200 is real.
Right?
Tone says Bill Cosby.
Hey, listen
you
up.
ain't
Are
lying.
you a real estate investor or
Bill
considering
Cosby, Dr.
investing in
Phil,
real estate?
Pappy's pants.
If so, then there are 3 things you need to.
Think about this. They have a whole lot of information that was released in that indictment. But they have a whole lot that wasn't released. Think about what I'm saying to everybody that's in the building. Right?
Hit that like button, family. Subscribe. We cooking.
Why haven't they released those files? Then you go and look at his autopsy. The autopsy information. Right? You got to look at that. That's very important. You have to look at the autopsy information. That is very important too. That autopsy information, very important, y'all. It's not something you can just overlook, ladies and gentlemen.
Ellen DeGeneres, that's real.
Autopsy information.
Kukani 546.
That autopsy information, crazy work.
That's real. Tone 357 said Bill Cosby doing this for years. You right, family. That's why he in position.
Came out on CBS News that said Jeffrey Epstein's autopsy, a closer look.
Mona Thompson says Oprah as well. That's real.
On CBS News.
Oprah.
I'll put it on the screen for y'all.
We're going to cook her.
Put this stuff on the screen. They had specials on this stuff. You guys have to remember all of these things happened. People have to understand that. A lot of y'all really don't care. See what I'm saying? But like I said, when you work with youth like I do,
Tammy Baldwin says Walt Disney. That's real. County 546 said Steve Harvey on the list. Who on the list, fam? Let me know.
Because I want to show y'all this. So y'all know exactly where to go look. Because everybody needs to know, okay, where can I go find this information ticket? Okay, cool. All you need to do is just go to these articles I'm showing you. Now, I'm going to put this one on the screen right here for y'all right now. Jeffrey Epstein's autopsy, a closer look. Right on CBS News, January the 5th, 2020. Right? And I can't put the photos up because of YouTube. Y'all already know how they get down. But it says almost 5 months after convicted sex offender, Jeffrey Epstein was found unalive. And
who on the list?
60 Minutes has obtained photographs the New York City Medical Examiner's Office took, including inside of his cell and during his autopsy. The photographs shed new light on the circumstances of the disgraced financier's apparent unaliving, which has fueled online conspiracy theories, but multiple forensic pathologists 60 Minutes spoke to came to a conclusion.
Yeah, Tammy, it's crazy work.
The position of how Epstein's body was found in his cell is difficult to determine the cause of death with certainty. But
the way this man's body was found in the jail cell, they can't even determine the cause of death. What? Let me say that again for the people in the back. The way Jeffrey Epstein's body was found in the jail cell, they can't even find out the cause of death. So the worst was done to him because he done the worst to people. I'll wait. Let that soak in. I said the worst was done to him because he done the worst to the younger generation. Shout out Mona Thompson says, you reap what you sow. And that's a real thing, family, about reaping what you sow. That's a real thing. Good, bad, ugly. You reap what you sow. That's a real thing. So if you don't believe the word of God, that's in there. You're going to reap what you sow. So if you don't want to believe nothing else, you can take the little phrase, you reap what you sow. So I pray that you're sowing great seeds. I pray that you're sowing greatness, love, peace, harmony, respect, responsibility. There's so many things that you can sow so you can reap. And I think that's the realness of what we need to understand tonight and what we're discussing here with Dilla T and No Filters, family, is that all it takes is one to change anything. You understand me? I don't even know what you going through until you tell me. And y'all don't know what I'm going through until I tell y'all. But I'm going to be real with you. All it takes is one to change it. And we living in a time where we know it, but we don't accept it. So that's why we haven't made that change that is needed in our lives. You talk about these people in these high places. If we can care about these celebrities, why don't we care about what we're talking about when it comes to ourselves? We can sit here and tune into these celebrities and all these situations going on, but when it comes to real life stuff and everything that matters, being educated on moving forward and how to live our lives, you got stupid people in the world that says they don't care. You got people in the world that ask, who cares? You got people that just don't care. And they got kids. And they still don't care. So that should tell you, if they don't care, then they don't care about their kids for real. And it kills me how people care about everything. They care about everything in their house, but they don't care about nothing outside their house. But they want the world to be a better place. How you want the world to be a better place, but you don't care about the world? Stupid. you should get the bowels smacked out of you. You know when they talk about S-H-I-T, smack the S-H-I-T out, I'm talking about literally the bowels. Smack the bowel movement out of you. Stop playing with me. Because I'm into smacking facial expressions off people. I'm into smacking skin and take it away. If you ain't getting what I'm saying, you need to be the shit smacked out of you today, now, right now. Because you don't care. But yet you living in a world that you want to care about you. Let me say that again for the people in the back. You don't care about nobody, but you want somebody to care about you. What's your problem, fam? What's wrong with you? I'll wait. Just tell me what's wrong with you. Why would you want somebody to care about you, but you don't care about nobody? Hold up, Eric. You got to understand the God. Because when we speaking about the God, we need to understand what we're talking about when we speaking about Yahshua. Or we speaking about the Most High. Or we speaking about Jesus. Watch what you're saying, fam, because the realness of it is, who do you choose? What is the name for you, fam? Since we want to talk about God, what is the name for you? I care about God, not things of the world. What God? You sitting there talking, but what God you talking about? You know how many gods? 187 King in the building. Shout out to you. Eric, I respect what you just did, my brother. You need to understand that there's a lot of names in the world, but there's only one name that has power. And that is truly, in my belief, Jesus. Let me say that again for the people in the back. There's a lot of names to represent the Most High or the highest God there is. But there's only one name that has power, and that is Jesus. You can even say the name of Jesus and you can just feel something. Agree with me or not, I'm just telling you what it is. Here at No Filters with your boy Dilla T. I'm not against anybody's religion. I'm not against what you believe in when you wake up in the morning and go to sleep. Shout out to Tone 357 says, Yahshua, respect, family. That's real. So we understand here that it's all real. Your belief is your belief. My belief is mine. It's all respect. But we know that Epstein list has Democrats and Republicans. And you have to be an independent person to choose what is right for you and your family. That's what you have to do here with Dilla T and No Filters. Hit that like button, family. Subscribe. We cooking. We have to know these things. Because if we don't know this Tone, if we don't know this Eric, we are leading our people wrong. Because we're not going to be here forever. But I got kids that's going to be here. So we need to lead. We need to guide. We need to care. All it takes is one. Don't get comfortable. You understand? That is the realness that we're speaking about today. And that is the understanding that I want y'all to have as we move forward here at Dilla T and No Filters. Let's go.
There are teams out here now putting out here saying, oh no, it was definitely he unalived himself. Come on, bro. It says, even after reviewing all of the autopsy photos, reading the autopsy, and looking at the photos from inside the cell.
That's real, Tone 357. It take a village to raise a child. That's real.
Alfonsi, who reports on a month-long investigation into the circumstances in the Epstein's unaliving. On the broadcast on that Sunday that this report was put out. They have multiple pictures too from inside that cell. It says what is not in question is that Epstein is unalive. According to the forensic pathologist, Dr. Michael Baden, who was hired by Jeffrey Epstein's brother to look into the death and was present during the autopsy, the fingerprints on the body found in the Epstein cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in the early morning of August 10, 2019, matched the fingerprints taken of Epstein when he was booked during a 2006 arrest in Florida. No photo exists of Epstein's body as it was found in his cell. Dr. Baden said, additional forensic pathologists, 60 Minutes consultants say knowing the position in which Epstein was found would clarify certain aspects of the autopsy, including the location of the ligature around his neck, injuries found on his body post-mortem, and the way lividity settled, right? Which is the way the blood pools after death. At this length of time, we still don't have the information, Dr. Baden said. So if this was called a suicide without all that information, it was a premature judgment. New York City Chief Medical Examiner, Dr. Barbara Sampson, ruled in August that Epstein's death was caused by a suicide hanging, right? That's what she said, right?
Hey guys, can you believe that Amazon made billions of dollars and only paid zero?
Now, let's keep going into it. Among the injuries found on Epstein during the autopsies are contusions on both wrists, an abrasion on his left forearm, and deep muscle hemorrhaging on his left shoulder muscle. Photos 60 Minute reviewed also showed an injury to the back of his neck, a cut on his lip, and an injection mark in his arm, though it's unknown whether the latter injuries happened during an attempt to resuscitate him at the hospital. Dr. Baden
tell him, Tammy,
small bursts capillaries known as petechiae found on Epstein's face, mouth, and eyes are often indication of strangulation. But it was injuries to Epstein's neck that make Dr. Baden call into question the official ruling of suicide. The autopsy photos show fractures of the left and right thyroid cartilage, which sits at the front of the neck in the left hyoid bone, a U-shaped bone that sits under the jaw and acts as an anchor for the tongue. I have never seen 3 fractures like this in a suicide hanging, Dr. Baden tells Afonso on the broadcast. He added, going over thousands of jail hangings, suicide in the New York City state prisons over the past 40 to 50 years, no one had 3 fractures. The pathologist 60 Minutes spoke with agreed that eye hemorrhaging is common in homicidal strangulation and less common, though not impossible, in suicidal hangings. But they disagreed on the significance of the 3 breaks in Epstein's neck. One occurred with Dr. Baden that the 3 neck fractures were very uncommon and raised additional questions. Another pathologist said that neck trauma has been associated with both strangulation and hanging, especially in older men. Epstein was 66. Dr. Kristen Roman, a medical examiner for New York City, who concluded the autopsy that Dr. Baden observed, at first did not classify the death as a suicide and listed the manner of death as quote-unquote pending. A few days later, Dr. Sampson said she had reviewed additional evidence and changed the ruling to a suicide. She has not reviewed
get him right and
what
let
the
him know.
additional evidence was. But sources told 60 Minutes that one element was his alleged prior suicide attempt. 60 Minutes reached out to the office of the New York City medical examiner, but did not hear back. In response,
did not hear back. See, that's the realness about what's real. It's all about reality. It's all about what's going on. If we're not in tune with what's going on, then we can't inform our family of what's happening. That's it, fam. That's what we're doing here with Dilla T. We family. We FAM. We fam. And we going to be this till God take us. You understand me? I need to know what you think in the comments below. Do you understand that Elon is involved with a situation and he's about to expose Trump as we want to, but yet he has the power, the means, and the resources to expose Trump to the highest level? Because why? That's your president and mine. And some of you is not you all's. But for those who Trump president is, we have to be worried about that today and tomorrow because of our kids. So whether we here or not, today or tomorrow, our kids are. And if you don't care, you shouldn't be tapping in and living your life. That's the realness of what I'm saying. We have to care about what's going on in the community. As always, family, you know what it is. I appreciate you all hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel so you don't miss an episode, and sharing this with the world. And as always, man, I appreciate you, family. It's love. It's your boy Dilla T. And this is No Filters. Have a good night, family. I'm going to see you. Be safe. Love.